Welcome back, troglodytes, to Would You Rock or Not. We don't have a guitar today, but we have Gibson-themed pens. Now, at the end of this video, I want you to tell me which one of these is your favorite, but believe it or not, these are actually sold in stores for $37 a piece. And I felt bad having to sell my shirts at $25. But let's go ahead and review this guy's collection that's on Reverb. The first pen here simply just has the Gibson logo on it. In fact, the first three that we're looking at are very similar in design. Having that Gibson logo really reminds me of like the 50s Flying V's and the Moderns, how they have that large Gibson headstock emblem, as well as like the super gold tone amps and other Gibson amps. So it's really interesting to have that large Gibson logo, but other than that, this is just your standard black pen with dual Gibson branding, and you have the crown headstock emblem. The second one is similar in design, but it appears you have a bedazzled Gibson logo, and the pen is silver in color. This is definitely the pen you want at your desk if you want to flamboyantly show off that you are a Gibson fan, because it just says it all over this pen. The third one here is just a silver Gibson logo, and you kind of have a different variation on the Gibson brand. Now, out of the three Gibson pens, if I had to choose one, I would probably go with the gold logo, simply because it's a little bit more traditional looking, kind of like my gold tone amp. Our fourth pen here is a bright pink color, and it appears that you maybe have a Gibson Southern Jumbo that's been bedazzled and sparkled with pink. I'm not actually sure if Gibson has ever made that guitar. However, the closest one that I could think of is the Techno Pink Hummingbird. Our fifth pen here has to be my absolute favorite one, but it kind of comes with a little bit of confusion as well. The pen itself features a Gibson mini humbucker with the embossed pickup cover reading Gibson once again. That is a really cool touch, and it really speaks to my Norland loving side, because in 1972, that's exactly what a mini humbucker would look like. They also did that on humbuckers. You can see that on my modified miniature Les Paul video. But here's what I don't understand about this pen. They show a mini humbucker, but yet it looks like they have the patent design of a regular humbucker. The sixth pen is simply a Les Paul Customs headstock. When you really zoom in here, it looks a little bit Gibson-y, but hey, it's a Gibson Les Paul Custom headstock on a straight black pen. That one's pretty classy. I would probably still use that one as well. For number 7, it appears we have a Les Paul Standard, but wow! This is simply just a picture of a Les Paul, and it's just printed on the clip of this pen. But look at this botched Photoshop job. So I'm actually a little bit disappointed in the quality of the guitar pinned ones. But from far away, it's kind of like a sunset metallic pen with the word Les Paul written in white. Number 8 is a white Les Paul Studio with ebony fretboard, and on this one they just did chop the headstock off. It doesn't even look like it has the Gibson logo. Again, I think they should have done a nicer job on these, but it is what it is. Number 9's interesting as well. It looks like you have kind of a 61 reissue styled SG, but due to that pink finish, it really reminds me of that little known late 80s Gibson model called the SG Elite. They were offered in sunset metallic finish, which can appear more pink on some examples than others. And then they had a pearl white one, which I have featured on this channel. They're basically a mix between an SG Standard and an SG Custom, and you've got coil splitting abilities similar to the Les Paul Custom Light series that was out at about the same time. I like the design of this pen because you have some flames on it as well. Number 10 is an Explorer, and I really like the vibe of this pen too. It's very stylistically kind of gothic in a way, and I probably feel that way because it reminds me of the Gothic series Explorer. Now it's clearly not a Gothic Explorer, but this thing appears to have dual EMG pickups and a Kaler. I can't see Gibson putting a Kaler on a modern day instrument, but apparently they're going for that demographic with this pen. And our final pen is of a Flying V. Stylistically, I really enjoy this pen. You have the Flying V on the top, the Gibson logo, and then you've just got Flying V's on the whole guitar. That's sweet. Now this pen is designed with the faded Flying V in mind, because they did release a 3 pickup version that had this chicken head knob on it, and that's pretty much exactly what you see there. So that's all the pens in this collection. Again, I'm not sure if there were any other ones made or if this is a complete set. However, I can only find 5 of these for sale by stores currently. To help justify the price a little bit more, they do all come in this slightly leather-like case that does also read Gibson. So these are kind of collector's items, not necessarily meant to be used, but more so for display. Buying all of these pens new would run you around $440. So all things considered, now that $200 price tag this guy's wanting makes a little bit more sense. I was interested in these, but I was only $100 interested. The only question left, which Gibson pen would you rock? Leave your answer down in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.